Hey everybody, how are you? So, yeah, I've decided to do a new what in the world and daily guidance. I do it on my Telegram channel and on Instagram. So if you guys want me to pull some, I pull some three world truth cards and three spirit cards on both of those. It's the same one. It's the same one that goes on both. But I got a really good sign sitting down to do this morning. I cleared a bunch of cards away from a prior reading, and this one was left, and I didn't see it till I went to sit down. But it's the Sun card. So this could be, some of you could be having a baby. It could be some exuberance and joy coming our way. Sunflowers always they always keep their face to the positive. So whatever, wherever the sun is, they're facing it, which is what I was about to talk about too. So this could also be use unicorn magic. I never, ever, ever advise using black magic. It will always come back and slap you in the face. I promise. It is like the worst thing to be doing. If any of you are dabbling in that kind of stuff, learn to heal instead. And this is a healing card. Learn to heal. Do not take any kind of shortcuts in life. It will never, ever, ever pay off. It will always come back. That's just a fact. So yeah. So maybe you're even healing the need to use black magic. Maybe you're healing your heart enough to say, you know what? I don't need that thing as desperately as I thought I did. Whatever. It usually comes from you feeling like you need something that you have to have in order to be happy, not realizing that the key to life and being happy is to be completely content with how things are. So you gotta get past your thoughts are the only thing that can ever get in your way. And what I mean by that is, let's say you want to run a marathon, and you're in, decent shape to do it. You could do it. You're capable. Maybe you're not even in the best of shape, but it's something that you've been training for and you've been running, and you know that you can do it. So if you tell yourself though, oh, but I'm not as good as those other runners, or, oh, but I'm not as capable, as used to the climate, as used to the humidity. I don't have, this and that. I've only run 15 miles a day and not 18. I've only, I don't know I'm not a runner, so I don't know what the mental thoughts would be, but that's the only limitation you have, is if you believe the negative thought, right? So you could choose to, you can exercise the muscle that captures the thought immediately. It's like all it really requires is for you to pay attention to how you feel, how your heart feels. So we've been kind of numbed down through our programming and through society to constantly be taking the hits. We'll feel, oh, jealousy, oh, anger, oh, we'll take all these hits of all these negative emotions. And we act like that's somehow normal, or just a part of life is to feel those feelings. But when you become a vibrational master, which a lot of you are on this channel, that means that you are trying to split your attention as much as possible between your experience in form, meaning physical things tangible things you can touch, and the subtle world. So you're trying to divide your attention. The subtle world is also physical. Sometimes it's like the vibration in your body. It seems physical, but it's actually energetic. When you feel the aliveness in your body, that's actually energetic. But anyway, so you split your attention between what's out there and then what's in here. And when you get used to doing that, and when that becomes very comfortable for you, and when you surround yourself with positive, good-hearted people and kind-hearted people, and that's all you interact with is people with good intentions who are kind and loving, compassionate people, then when you see somebody trying to be manipulative, or they're, any kind of negative, anything that comes along, you tend to just like jump back like it's a fire. It's like, I don't think so. I don't want to, I don't like what that does to my heart. So the same thing will happen with your thoughts. You'll go to run that marathon, or you'll go to get ready for that marathon. That marathon's happening in a week. Boy, you're getting pumped up. This is what I built up to for years now. And I'm about, I'm so excited. I'm going to cross that finish line. I'm going to be so excited. And you're all excited. But then at the minute it's actually time to go to do it, there's this, there's a mechanism kind of programmed into us. A little insecure voice pops up. All those things that I just said a minute ago. You can't do this. What do you think? That's 20 miles from here. What, am I going to camp out the night before? Or like, that's unrealistic. What if I get bit by a snake in the desert that's out there? And that is just the ego. And the ego pretends to be your friend, pretends to be looking out for you, but it's completely lying through its tongue, its forked tongue. It is a snake that will bite you, and it is negative AI programming. When you can see it as simply as it is not you. It is not some voice that knows better than you that's trying to warn you you're about to, destroy your life by, any of that. It's nothing that's true. That's the cool thing. It's nothing that's true. It is AI intelligence. And it is there to make us believe something that will make us fall, thinking or trying to pretend that it's our friend. Oh, I'm trying to spare you the embarrassment. I'm really just trying to, like, you don't want to have to not cross that finish line and get injured and then lick it. You're going to look like a fool going back and telling all your friends and family, I tried so hard for the marathon all these years, only for not. Only to fall and sprain my ankle or whatever, So the thoughts are different for everybody. But so if you find yourself at that point, and when you start mastering your vibration, what starts to happen is you feel the uncomfortable feeling of fear or discomfort or nervousness or anxiety or anything. And for one, if it's nervousness, any kind of fear is actually excitement. It's the opposite side of the same coin. So you can just decide to believe that it's excitement. Okay. So if you're at that stage where you can, then you're just like, this is exciting. This is exciting. Just switch it over real quick, just insert the word exciting instead of this is scary, so this is exciting. You'll start to go this direction. This is exciting. Switch it over. You got to play tricks on your brain right now. Until we go into the 5D, you got to play these tricks on your brain. And then once we're in the 5D, these thoughts will occur to us less and less and less, which validates the fact that it's true, that it's negative AI. It is not you at all. It's not your dad. It's not your mom. It's not the blah, 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 and don't blame anybody except the negative AI and our society and those people, who've nailed it into our heads and our subconscious minds through movies and TV and all this stuff to try to program us. So, yeah, just programming. It's just programming, and just see it for what it is. It's just the ego. I don't want the ego anyway. I want to become 5D. I want to go into a crystalline experience. I am rising above all of this. It is taking me higher, so when you catch the thought, switch it or stop whatever you're thinking that's giving you anxiety. And then you affirm something positive instead. So affirm I try to catch the exact opposite. Like if it was, I'm afraid to sprain my ankle. Let's use that example. So if I had that thought, oh, I'm going to sprain my ankle if I do that, then you take the thought and say, I've got a completely healthy, healed body. And then you take a look at how that's true. That's true. I'm running, 15 miles a day. I got a pretty damn healthy body that I can run that much. Or, I've been up mountains and hiked all the time. I never get any kind of twisted anything when I do that. That's true. Dang, when I play racquetball, nothing ever twists or anything. Why am I afraid of my stupid, and you build that up, and then you keep affirming it. And so don't use a lie. A lie won't work. You'll know you're tricking yourself. You can't say something is something that tastes horrible going down. You can't tell yourself, oh, that's delicious necessarily, unless you actually think a part of it is. But you can say, this is really good for me. This is really good for me. So say something that's the absolute opposite of what you think, of the fearful thought. And then you just stay focused on the excitement of it. You stay focused on the good stuff. You know that there will be stuff that's not so fun to endure when your muscles start burning, and when you feel like you can't make it anymore, and you're just exhausted, and you can just, because you've run it before, and you know how hard it is at certain points, but then you also know there's a point of no return where you go and it starts to feel like nothing's happening anymore. Like your body isn't even functioning anymore. So you're just kind of like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So, that's coming too. So take all the bad and the good, and there you have the facts of life. Just stay focused on the positive. The negative will come. Okay. The negative experience and the consequences from whatever actions you choose, this is always the thing of life. When you're ever making any kind of decision, a decision comes with consequences. But if you can be okay with whatever those consequences are, if you know how to take care of yourself and to self-soothe and to talk to the right people to help you out of it, or you have enough backing, or if you feel like if the worst thing happened, I feel like I could get through it. I wouldn't want to go through it, but I could get through it. Then that's the proper way to support yourself and to go forward in it. So just, take it all in stride. In other words, stay present in the moment, concentrate on what's good right now. What good is coming of this? What a great thing this is going to be. It's going to feel like the ultimate victory, or it's going to be like, I'm going to feel free, or whatever the feeling is that you're striving to get, to achieve at the end of whatever you're trying to do. Build a community. A lot of people are doing humanitarian projects and stuff like that, and they can't wait to feel the freedom, the financial freedom, and the feeling of accomplishment over having created something from these loving ideas that you've had to help others, and to see it all come into fruition from an idea to a whole place that's built, that's doing really well, and lots of happy faces and giggling and happiness and all this kind of stuff happens from your idea, right? So, whatever that is, you can do it. Now, other things that will start to happen is you'll get caught up in the little details. You'll be like, somebody in the tribe chat the other day, she's just like, I don't know how to do this thing. I've never known how to do this thing. And so it gives me anxiety because I don't even know anybody in my life who knows how to do that thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do if that thing is required, because I don't know what I'm doing, and we can apply that to anything. I mean, this can be baking, it could be, a lot of people are going to, when they come together with their true love, they're going to be like a stepmom, a stepdad, or they're going to have children for the first time, or both. Or, it's like everything is going to be new going into this new earth. We're going to have to recreate everything. A lot of the industries that are out there right now are going to be no longer. There's going to be no doctors. There's going to be no banking. There's going to be no, like, all the things that we're used to, guys. So a lot of us are going to find ourselves going, whoa, I don't even know how to do that thing, whatever that thing is. Everybody is going to feel like, I don't know how to do at least an aspect of that thing. Like, what do you mean new quantum financial system? What are the steps that we have to take in order to open up our phone? And if it's not compatible with the old system, oh my God, where does our money go? What happens? This is the trick of the ego. It's there to make us spin out and spin out and spin out and spin out and spin out. Don't get caught up in the trap. Immediately catch that it's giving you anxiety. Decide to stop it by saying, I and completely capable of this. And I can just tap on somebody's shoulder that I run into and say, hey, are you good with that thing? Are you good at doing that? Well, could you teach me? Or I'll do something for you if you'll do something for me. Do you know how to grow a garden? Because I don't know how to grow a garden and I feel insecure about it. Oh, I'm great with gardens. I'm great with gardens. Well, and maybe I'm good at something. Well, I know how to sew. I can make clothing. Oh, I would love that. Oh my gosh, I've been just really wanting to make some shorts out of my jeans. I mean, I don't know. Just saying. We got to think outside the box and be willing to try new things and not let our head get to us. Very important to stay present in the moment and out of our heads right now about all of it, because true love is coming together. There are a lot of insecurities and fears that we'll all be facing, with that situation. And the whole, all the corrupt stuff in our world is falling apart and dissolving. So everything is going to look different. Everything. So we just have to stay open heart, open mind, stay present, go toward what excites us, and only think about that which empowers you and makes you feel good about yourself. Anything that starts to make you feel weak, unhealed, or some psychic says, oh, you guys are only pulled together from unhealed trauma. So then you just ask spirit, is this true? And then you'll get a yes or no. And if it's true, go do Byron Katie's work on it and heal it. Don't let it get you afraid or go down some rabbit hole. Spirit, is it true? Okay, it's true. All right, I need to do Byron Katie work on it. And then you sit there, Amy's been talking about it forever. I'm going to go learn it. I'm going to really put up my sleeves and I'm going to go learn how to do this. I'm going to put my all into it. Or you get a no and you're like, oh, okay. Phew. And just let it go. So keep focusing on the positive, you guys. Keep focusing on the positive. That little horse. Where did it go? The white horse and the baby. Keep your dreams alive. Keep thinking about what excites you, not what scares you, because things are turning for the positive. I haven't been worried for a while now. I'm just saying our world is going to a very positive place and fast. So the ugly stuff is fading very quickly. I can feel it. Let's just say that. And if you guys want to, just again, look at my cards every day. Look at my cards every day on my Telegram channel and or Instagram. I'm really trying to put those up consistently for you guys. Whatever you're seeing in another, see it's also in you. Both the good and the bad. See only you and not the differences between you, and you'll find peace. So, if you're worried about somebody else or something like that, just remember we're all projecting. If you find that you say anything negative outside your mouth, like blah, it comes flying out and it's like, bah, whatever that is, point it back at you. Somebody had a good sense of humor the other day. They were in my tribe chat and they said something like, oh, that guy's pompous. That guy's pompous. And I was like, how are you pompous? How are you pompous? And it's without fail, guys. We're being pompous in some way when we're calling somebody else pompous. So it's just good it's a continuous reminder. And it's not, I wasn't judging the person. It was just a little reminder to all of us that as we're navigating this crazy stuff going down, just keep seeing yourself in it. When you start getting mad about that, heal it, go within every time. It's not always about being positive. Negativity is just part of still having an ego. Very true. It's about catching yourself being negative and picking yourself back up again as quickly as you can. That's the whole thing. How quickly can you catch it? And how quickly can you climb out of that rabbit hole? Because it's a slippery slope. So don't even entertain it. I'm telling you guys, you're not going to, it makes, I felt like some of you feel like, well, that makes me feel really vulnerable though. Like if I'm not aware of the traps, if I'm not aware of the scary stuff that could go bite me any second, I'll tell you what, if you are super hyper in the moment, super aware of being very present in the moment, you will sense that little spider over there that's going to try to bite you. God will tell you, whisper an audio, like a sound that will say, go to the left. But it's not, that voice won't be not necessarily be loud. It could be like, yeah, go left. Or it could be, ooh, I don't know about that. Or you could, the more in tune you are, you could even see writing. And you can't do that if your mind is worried and thinking too much. You like cut off that communication to spirit, because spirit always talks to you real quiet. So just, practice being quiet within so that you can be safe, so you can see things clearly, because fear clogs your judgment. Fear makes you decide to go the wrong direction, all kinds of things. Be conscious of your breath and sensations in your body more often. Splitting your attention between your body and the material world increases your peace, vitality, and intuitive abilities. It may seem lonely at the top, but is the drama worth your peace? That's so true. The kingdom of God is within you. You can have heaven on earth, but you must let go of everything to truly have it all. Do you guys get that? I'm going to repeat it. It may seem lonely at the top, but is the drama worth your peace? So don't get sucked into the drama, even in your own head, because, just because you want company. The kingdom of God is within you. It's not out there. You can have heaven on earth, but you must let go of everything to truly have it all. So you can't be concerned about anything. Just let it all go. Know that it's all working out. Stay present in the moment and take a leap of faith. Go do that new thing. Tell yourself positive things about it. I wouldn't be here today, you guys, if I were letting those there was a million negative thoughts that tempted me at first. When they wanted to make me the featured psychic at the Lighthouse bookstore back when, you don't think I had a little bit of doubt in there? Like, I don't know about this. What do you mean people lining up to come see me and talk to me and asking me to give them the answers to life? Like, who am I? Absolutely that scared the crap out of me. But I decided in that moment that I wasn't going to, that if I was going to be utilized to the best of my ability and for what God had created in me, and all the experiences I'd accumulated all my life, and all of these things, they had to be for something. And here was my shot. Here was my moment, right? So if I could just take myself out of the equation and just be God's vessel and just be God's puppet, if I was just willing to just try, that's all that was being required of me. So I decided to get out of my head and to just sit there with the person who was asking me questions and just see what I got. And I would even tell them that, look, I don't proclaim to have all the answers. All I do is I quiet my mind as you're talking. And when you ask me a question, I tell you any images or words or anything that comes to me. And that's what I did. And it would just happen to be right, or would be right later. Or, I started to see as time went by that it was pretty accurate, and I kept getting, people writing to me and saying, thank you so much. That was, la. You can see the testimonials if you go to Instagram and put in hashtag Amy Satori testimonials. You can read some of those. I've been getting them I have thousands like that. So, but it took me getting out of my head and just being willing. And I had to learn to put the blinders on, totally put the blinders, because there've been other moments. Every time I level up, there's been a temptation of, I don't know. Who do you think you are? I don't think you can. Are you capable? Do you think, all of that stuff starts to come in, but I don't pay any attention to it. I just say, you know what? I'm willing, period. I'm willing. And I'm not going to let that stuff keep me from doing something that could very well be my life purpose or what I'm supposed to be doing. Obviously, if I'm being led to it and it's presenting itself in front of me and it feels good in one way, it feels maybe even blissful, maybe even exciting, maybe even incredible. Who am I to stick a spoke in it with some kind of negative thing, negative AI thing that jumps in my head? That sounds kind of dumb. Like, what? Why would I do that? That's so stupid. It's like, here, have this wonderful, incredible thing. And oh no, I can't take that. I'm not worthy. Why? Why? Okay, it's just going to go to somebody else. There's always somebody else next in line. So, it just don't push your blessings away. Don't push your blessings away just because, some negative AI wants to sabotage you. Don't let it have that satisfaction. We're still in a war a little bit. So just, yeah. All right. Enough of our ministry talk today. That's so funny. Oh, I'm laughing because you guys like say that I'm like church sometimes when I have these like beginning talks, but we need it when we need it. And it's a way that I'm doing my messages from spirit sometimes too now, because we used to have those as separate talks sometimes. So I'm toasty, and so I'm gonna jinx somethings. All right. I just felt like grabbing one of these for some reason. Imagine it being the perfect card. You have an important life purpose, and yeah, okay. So you have an important life purpose. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. And there's some kind of a saying that says, oh yeah, God doesn't pick the polished. He polishes the picked. So you are not polished. You're never going to be, at least if you're going to be good, then you're going to be somebody who's kind of rough around the edges or don't quite have it all together. You're not like going to be this polished person who's like, okay, God, I'm ready. Come take me. Come have me do the assignment. It doesn't work like that. You're going to have, your personality quirks and all kinds of things that are, or your history, God forbid, or there's always going to be something that you're going to feel flawed about when you're called to kind of a higher level, when you're leveling up. So yeah, don't let your insecurities hold you back. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. 4171. Okay. So anybody who wants to ask a question on one of these Q&As, all you have to do is go to amysatori.com/ask Amy, and you get all of the deets there, and you find out when your video would go up and everything. So everything is there. Just go there, read the information, and you can submit your question to me, and you can get in next week. So, all right. Yeah, 4171. My friend and I want to start a self-care subscription box company. I'm wondering if this is going to be a success for us. A subscription box company. That's interesting. Can you give me some guidance on any obstacles we should be aware of? Thank you so much for everything. I watch you all the time. Well, thank you for watching all the time. I don't know what a self-care subscription box is, but that sounds neat. Self-care subscription box. Is it self-care prescription? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to feel into it. She's sharing that pump. Oh, they say yes, definitely yes. So they sound kind of excited, like we're glad that they're finally getting going on it or something like that. Okay, so they're going to be there's always little pitfalls, there's always little things that will trip you up. It's like God's way of being like, are you sure you want this? Because you could go back to the ugly stuff in the past, but we're giving you an opportunity here. But just wanted to know, I want you to know you got free will. So you keep choosing, you'll trip and you'll say, I can overcome this. This is no big deal. This is easy breezy, just easy breezy. You just have to tell yourself the way that it's going to be, and it will be that way. The more you practice that, and the more you get more confidence in yourself like that, you're easy breezy. So, and when you say, just say it right now, just say it out loud, easy breezy, anything that comes along, no problem. Right? Doesn't that feel better? And then when something comes along, there it goes, easy breezy. Just don't let that negative voice that'll come up and go, oh, you say easy breezy, but I know you better. I've seen you really fall on your face before. Maybe it's not going to be so easy breezy. You just still keep affirming easy breezy. This is going to be easy. Now I know people to reach out to. Now I know people in the industry. Now I have this tool that I didn't have before. So you just have to keep, shutting that voice down and keeping it in check. Okay. So is she going to succeed? Will she do well with this? Yeah. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Or maybe that has something to do with one of the messages you're going to be talking about in there, but your love life is renewed. Your romantic love is here for you. I wonder if you're going to find love in that situation. Wouldn't that be interesting? Or maybe you already have, and maybe that's why it'll be blossoming. But just be really gentle with yourself and show yourself a lot of grace through that. It's about progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. That's a good point for all of us too. It's like, they said, just keep swimming. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So I just got compelled to do a blessing for everyone to protect you and your dreams. And protect you as you are stumbling along trying to get to your dreams. And while they're just blossoming or blooming or whatever stage you're at, to just put some protection around that. And some of you have signed, I didn't know this. Well, I kind of had a suspicion, but some of you have signed a non-disclosure agreement. And you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. And, I'm going to protect you guys or those who are going to be soon. So it's going to cover everybody who's got a really beautiful dream to do some really good things in this world, who are coming together to make that happen with a business partner or whatever it might be. Okay. Shanche lai na pum pomahana tai halaken sense la shishinchi na tipim pamaon halaken sense shi la an ha o pom pomaan Shishi lahakin tatai san seshihin la umana tantaike. I feel like some of you might want to know what that language is. That's the language of your soul. When you learn to, I believe anybody and everybody can speak light language. Some people do black magic with light language, so you have to be careful who you listen to and be discerning. Mine is from a place of love. You can probably feel that because you probably get tingles all over and it feels really good. So light language is the language of the soul, and it's used to help communicate with spirit. It helps amplify intentions and all kinds of things. So there we go. Shishe natai sanze la e na ai. So for me, I just put that intention that I just told you about into the blessing. Okay. So, should she anything she needs in specific that she needs to be warned about? Yes. A domineering man an older domineering man who like puts his fist down and he tries to tell you like it is. Oh, I think you're being encouraged to do a private membership association, to make it a private membership association. That way you're protected from being strong armed or like having somebody bully you. I mean, they'll still try to bully you, but you got some backing. Okay. So to start a private membership association, you could, one way is to go to thefreedompeople.org. And then they teach and train you how to do it. And they'll take you through the process and explain everything to you. So that would be one way to go. And you can learn more information. If you don't ask me, just go to their website, and there's like a tab where you click on PMA. That's what you click on, and then you can read all about it in there. And then they'll have a consultation with you where you can ask them all the questions you want to, and they'll explain everything, and they'll ask you a bunch of questions too. So yeah. That's weird. For some odd reason, I just got Frankenstein. Why Frankenstein? I don't even know the story of I don't know why they would use that as a reference, because I have no idea what Frankenstein means. Like, I know he's a big monster that walks around. He's got patches of skin all over him. And like, I don't know why they would say Frankenstein. Why Frankenstein? I see like a goofy Frankenstein, like brainwashed, mind controlled, kind of like, you will do as I say. I think didn't Frankenstein, like, wasn't he told what to do all the time and something, then he kind of like broke away from that and he didn't want to do that anymore. He wanted to do his own thing or something like that. I don't know. I guess you'll have to get creative trying to figure out what that message is for you. But yeah, you're being shown Frankenstein, that in regards to the situation with the initial guy that was coming in and at you. Like, obviously we're working hard not to let anybody control us at this time, because we're fighting for our freedom. So, and we're fighting for our bodies. We're fighting for our very survival, guys. We want to have healthy, happy bodies. We don't want those toxins in our bodies that break our immune systems down and make us sick. So, and I mean all toxins. I'm not just talking about the thing that they put in your arm. I'm talking about like the stuff they put in our food, and the stuff they put in our drinks. Everything we breathe, and everything that we purchase, and everything, like, the chemicals in our clothing. I mean, everything. So be protective of yourselves, but it's more like a wisdom than a defensiveness. You know what I mean? Although doesn't it get aggravating? Sometimes you're out there shopping and it's like, natural flavoring in this? Seriously? Grr! So you're going to do well. You're going to do well. Let me. Yeah. Wow. You're going to be planning away, and then at some point you're going to have to decide to do it in your own way, like go your own independent. So that could totally be the PMA, and you'll be defending yourself somehow. But they're saying that you have the ability to be emotionally intelligent and intuitive about the whole process, and get past the psychological operation and get unstuck from it and have success. Go to the next level. You'll be working with other people. Probably, if you're a PMA, you'll be working with other PMAs, or at least other living, breathing individual human beings. And you'll be taking it to the next level, or forming like a community where everybody feels comfortable coming there, or like, I'm not sure if it's going to be like a company that you can, that's going to have doors, or anything, but whatever it is, it might create a sense of community and a sense of people coming together. So, yeah, don't be afraid to pursue this. This is part of your purpose, I feel. Okay. Pray as if you've already received whatever you're asking for and it's yours. Thank you, God, that this went so much easier than I ever thought that it possibly could. Thank you so much. The way everything just came together so magically. I feel so blessed at the way that everything went down. It was just absolutely so incredible and inspiring. And oh my gosh, I feel so relieved on the other side of this. I'm so glad I did this. Be saying things like that. Most, if not all of what you're going through involves ascension or leveling up. You'll soon see why all this had to happen just the way that it did. So trust. That's amazing confirmation. We're all just a work in progress, so make sure you cut yourself slack. Self-love is the nucleus of all that is good. All right. What do you mean, BB? Okay. They're telling me to get my little tushy going here. All right. 4175. Hi, Amy. I'm wanting some clarification about my future in my career and life in general. I've been trying to decide what college degree path I should pursue and if staying in my hometown is a good idea for the next year. I'm currently going to school for a degree in marketing or business. If I decided on something else, it would involve health or beauty. I want to get an idea of what my life purpose should be and what path will take me there. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, trying to decide what college degree I should pursue. Hometown. Should she? Okay. Going to school for a degree or marketing, business, or health or beauty. Should she go toward marketing and business or health and beauty? They're saying that go toward what you actually enjoy. Going forward into the new earth, there's going to be not such degrees are going to go away. Degrees of the way that we know things to be, like with like going up the levels, getting all these degrees of success where we get a certificate or a diploma to hang on the wall or whatever, all that stuff is going away, guys. It is going to be more mentorships and things like that. So somebody who's who's like a chiropractor and is already doing a really great job with people, and people are getting a lot of, they're healing a lot and things are going great and they're getting tons of testimonials and then you could go to that chiropractor and say, I really respect and I love what you do. Could you teach me? Could you show me? And that's all. And then he's going to refer to the new person if there's spillover. It's going to work like that. So you're not going to need all these things. So they're saying what's most important right now is to follow your heart, to follow what's actually what lights you up, what makes you happy, what excites you. That's what you go toward, no matter what it is. So it could be pond scum. If you're passionate about pond scum and you just think that that's like, I found out this way to get rid of pond scum or something. And you're just like, that's your thing, that you love it. It's easy for you. You love the relief it gives people, whatever. It doesn't even matter. So in fact, they just talked about a niche. So there's this gal, and I'm just going to give her a shout out, like Emily Cooper. So she just does Tauruses. And so I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So I tried to look up my horoscope. I mean, I have like Taurus in me, but I was looking up like Libra, Aries, and some other ones, and I wanted to, and she's pretty good. So I was like, okay, let's look for Aries in there. And she only had Taurus. And I thought, what? How is this possible? But I thought, wow, it's so smart because she got like 8,000 views under each video. So it kind of goes to prove that having a niche is the way to go, because that becomes your thing and everybody knows that's your thing. So she happens to like specialize in that. Isn't that crazy? So I went to her channel and all it is Taurus. So I was like, wow, she got that going on. She really does. She's like nailed that. And she maybe, I don't know. I was thinking maybe she has a son or something that's a Taurus, and she ended up like wanting to look out for him initially or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's worked really well for her. So I'm being reminded of that. And it's like something, maybe something in the health or beauty field, something that you are just passionate about or that really stands out that you just absolutely love. Some people are incredible at doing eyelashes. Some people are incredible at doing eyebrows. You know, whatever your thing is, be the very, very best at whatever that is in some niche way. Even if it sounds weird, like, what, you're going to say no to business from Aries and Libras and Geminis and all these other people? You know, they could have said to her, like, what about all these other people who want readings? You know, and she was like, nope, my thing is Tauruses. So, you know, just make this thing your thing, whatever your thing is. And you'll become really good at it. You'll become really good at it, and you'll become known for it, and everybody will come to you for that. Okay. Anything else? I should pursue. Now, I wouldn't even be pursuing a college degree at this point, guys. I would just be trying to further your education. I'd be reading lots and lots and lots on all of this. The most important thing is you have the education. Then you can get the experience. And the schools right now, they're questionable at the best. So go learn the things you really want to learn. That's what I did. That's how I got my education. I just grabbed books off the shelf that I thought looked really interesting for what I wanted to learn about. So I started learning about, and other things I didn't want to learn so much about. I don't know much about like horoscopes or astrology or any of that kind of stuff. Because I never was, whatever. Because I've always been, my thing's been enlightenment. Like I know that no matter what the astrology, all the pieces of the pie are, the more you let go of the 3D world and go into the 5D, and the more you are, you know, centered in your heart, and the more you are becoming more present in the moment, the more to the middle of the pie you become. So if you're looking at a pie, and we're looking at an astrology pie right now, okay, the really extreme characteristics and personality traits are out toward the outside of the pie. But the more balanced and enlightened you become, the less and less extreme those things are till you get to the center. And then you can't tell what somebody is, because it's like they got a little bit of everything kind of thing, because they're a well-balanced person, right? Anyway, so I didn't see a need to go there. Sometimes it's useful, but anyway, just go toward what draws you in, go toward what makes sense for you, go toward what you're attracted to. You know, the tarot, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Nothing has to be a bad thing. Nothing has to be a bad thing, guys. So just keep that in mind going forward. Like, there's a reason I said that, because people are against the tarot. It's because they've been brainwashed and they don't know better. And the whole system was created negatively, you know, with negative intentions or whatever. But that's not how I use it. So you can take something negative and turn it into something positive. You know, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater either. If it's always been known, like hot tubs are full of chemicals, right? But why doesn't somebody come up with the idea of like putting healthy minerals in hot tubs instead? We could have like natural hot spring hot tubs. Why not? It's possible. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater saying hot tubs are harmful to us. Make a hot tub that's actually beneficial. So you can it sounds like you're going to be taking something that's known as a negative or thought to be as a negative, and you're going to make it positive somehow. You're going to revamp it. And it makes me think of the cards I pulled today for, you know, the Instagram Telegram thing. And one of them had to do with like things are getting revamped and turned into the positive. Things that were negative are being revamped. Okay. 4177. Hi, Amy. I've got another runner. Can I please get any insight into my current connection? Thank you. She gives his name. Okay. So what she means by this is that in any true love connection, and you can watch that, you can go to my playlist all about true love if you want to learn more about them. There's always a runner and a chaser. So there's always, like, at the beginning stages anyway. And so there's an original, like, meet cute moment where, oh my gosh, you're like me. Yeah. Hey, we're like kindred spirits. Oh my gosh. Oh, and we just, oh, and then there's somebody who's like totally ready and willing to love, or they think they're ready. And they're like, yeah, well, let's do this, and the other one's like, oh shit, I could get really hurt. I'm going to go this way, and so they take off and they become the runner, and this one becomes the chaser for a while. And this one keeps knocking on that one's door or ringing on their doorbell or calling and texting and, hey, what about me? I thought we had this incredible connection. This one's over there sucking his thumb. And he's like going, I just wanted to be friends. I just wanted to be friends, totally lying to her, pushes her away and everything. And then, or they just ghost and disappear and they don't tell the person anything. They're just gone. So they have, it's all these different stages in true love and in various areas of life. But it's all your training. So this person over here, she becomes more self-confident. She becomes more self-reliant. She becomes like, she doesn't need a knight in shining armor to come save her. She can take care of herself. And she proves that to herself again and again and again when this one ignores during holidays and still doesn't talk to her and even dates somebody else who's horrible for him. And then this one over here, does her Byron Katie work, and she works on herself and heals herself. And both of them, through these different experiences, looking over at each other, being in love with each other from the moment they met or knew of each other, grow as a result of keeping each other in each other's minds, because they're reminded all the time with synchronicities and signs that keep growing them and growing them. And it's like they're each other's fertilizer, like, so they're always looking over at each other going, oh, you're doing this. And okay, I better do that too. Oh, they're doing this. Okay. And they both keep doing, reaching for a higher and higher. They keep leveling up until finally they come to a point where they're like, you know what? let's give this a go. Let's just give this we got to give it a go, because I can't stop talking about you or thinking about you or whatever. And I'm having, I can't take it anymore. I can't take ignoring you anymore. I can't take keeping you at a distance or lying to you anymore. Whatever they're doing, they can't take it anymore. The masculines. And the runner turns around and says, all right. I love you. Okay. I love you. And both of them kind of get to a point of like a surrender. That it's all about surrender to true love. It's always about coming back and loving yourself. Always, always, always. That's the biggest point in the whole thing. Always have to keep coming back. You can't like be codependent and always being like, oh, he didn't text me back yet. What? Does he not love me anymore? He ran. Does he not love me anymore? You can't be doing that. You got to be able to make yourself happy, because that's when you're going to make a good partner for your person. So that's what she meant by runner. She got herself another runner. All right. So we're going to take a look here at your spread. What is he really thinking and feeling about her right now, please? What's he really thinking and feeling about her? Now, remember, these cards will tell you the truth. So they may not be behaving this way necessarily, but this is how it is. So he may be hiding out of insecurity. He's aware that he's hiding. Oh, so he may have a karmic person he's trying to get rid of. So a karmic person is the one that beats them up, treats them like crap, treats them like, wants them for their money or for the attention or for whatever. The karmic person. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to become single. I mean, maybe he didn't tell you, but maybe he was dating somebody. Maybe somebody at work, or maybe he's just got a thing with somebody at work or something. Whatever it is, it looks like he's trying to get the courage to come forward and give you some good clarity, some communication. He wants to apologize for lying to you or hiding something from you or hiding from you. If it's not another person, then it could be that he's just really insecure and it scared the hell out of him and he ran. And he wants to apologize about that. But he's really, at this point, he's trying to get into his power. He's like, really, like, I can do this. She's my dream come true. I can do this. Whatever he's wanting to achieve, he's thinking he can do it because he can do it because of you. And his overall energy is that he's trying to manifest a new beginning. He could also be overcoming somebody who's doing black magic on him. If it was a karmic, somebody of the past, they could be somebody who's like, because he don't look happy. He's looking at this girl and he didn't look very happy, right? So I feel like he's kind of, and I saw the black cat, and then he's a magician, right? So I was thinking maybe he's thinking she's done some kind of black magic on him or something. So he's deciding to get in his power and be like, I'm taking my power back. I'm not going to let her do that to my opportunity of love. So in the future, he's going to send you some kind of a little, I don't know, a text message or a phone call, or even putting something up publicly to get going on a new passionate start, a whole new life opening up for you guys. So he might be feeling insecure. He might be thinking about a child, but he's wanting to have that success and victory, having become single for you. So there are some indicators of a karmic here. A karmic could be like an ex-wife who won't leave them alone. A karmic could be any kind of toxic situation or insecurity, but this happens to be a card about like breaking off and doing your own thing, away apart from what somebody else might want you to do, or apart from a relationship, like leaving the relationship behind and becoming single. And he feels he can have success with you. He also puts you up on a pedestal with this card. And he thinks that you're just absolutely incredible and amazing and maybe too good for him. And he's also feeling like you really don't need him. Like you're on top of the world. You got things going on. And you know, little do they know, though, that's like the need comes from like support. Every queen or king needs somebody behind them to go to bed with every night and wake up with every morning and spur them on and be their biggest cheerleader in life. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs, I mean, it feels good to have that. It just feels good to have that. It's not that you need it. It's like, but it's so wonderful to have somebody there saying, I believe in you. I know you. I love you. And we got this, you know, it's just good to have that person, somebody like that in your life. So as insecure as they might get, it's like they're needed. They're very much needed. And I hear the feminists get so upset when they know that their person is feeling that way, because it's like, dude, I'm anguishing over this just like you are. Like I just want to be with you. I just want to hear your voice. I just want to see your beautiful face or whatever. So they have to get past their insecurity on that. You haven't heard from me because I've been on vacation, or I'm taking a break away from everyone and everything to feel refreshed and renewed for a new and stronger start with you. So he's purposely pulled himself back to kind of reset himself. I'm watching all you do or say publicly. I may be driving by asking folks about you, or finding anything out any way I can. I just don't want you to go anywhere, and I want to stay apprised. So they do that during the separation too, is they watch you like a hawk. I'm healing childhood trauma before I feel comfortable starting a relationship with you. I feel could be healthy enough to maintain without getting so easily triggered and taking things out on you. So he's being wise. When these guys pull back, you guys, they're not ready. You don't want them. Seriously. Like I hear some of you complain, like I'm getting ghosted and blah, blah, blah. You don't want them in your life at that point. If they're doing that and they are, you know, they're pulled back and they're not, you guys respect that, because God is like in charge of that. God's pulling them back and being like, no, you're not quite ready. You got to work on this, that, or the other thing first. Sometimes there's a little bit of hesitance just before starting something new though, too. That's a little different, but you know, just trust more. I never stopped loving you and I never will. Holy cow. I would do absolutely anything for you. I would go to the end of the earth, and I will prove this in time once we come together. You know who I truly am, and I plan to make this up to you. He hates himself for pulling away right now. He can't very well accept your love when he can't love himself, but he's working on it. So I guess you'll find out more the next time you talk to him, which you definitely will be doing that when he's ready, you know? And in the meantime, don't necessarily hold out for somebody. You know, you keep considering your options because you never know if they're going to throw you a curveball. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go to amysatori.com/videos. And I have that video in there that's called When They Throw You a Curveball, and you can learn more. Okay, 4181. Hi, Amy. Thank you for all that you do. You're welcome. You're a blessing in my life. Oh, I'm so glad. I assume my DM shut the door since it's been 25 years since we started this journey. Wow. I told the universe that I'm done holding on to him, and I hope he's found his bliss. I had a dream that I met my soulmate. The only strange thing is he's on YouTube. He seems to have a real job. I keep asking the cards if they are sure this man is my soulmate, and I keep getting the same cards. Yes, or yet we live about 7 hours away, and I've never met him. Can you let me know if I'm crazy, or is this man really my soulmate? Thank you so much. Sending love and blessings. All right. So, and thank you for the tip. That was so sweet. You're such a beautiful person. You're really such a beautiful person. And I can't wait to see you with somebody that you're just like so happy with, and that can give back to you. I think that's going to be wonderful. Okay. So is this person that she's thinking of a soulmate to her? Yes. I feel like he has some growing to do. But yes, he might be healing from something that was a bit tragic or traumatic for him. But as soon as he's healed from that a bit more, I think he'll be ready to go. He'll be good to go. Would it be a good idea for her to get to know him at this point? Yes. Like just get on. Well, you may already be on his radar, but like, just like start getting to know him, or I was going to say get on the radar, which just basically means, hey, how much is she not Tataike? So the twin flames are the ones that are like the runner chaser and all that kind of stuff. But these guys, they're usually pretty ready for a relationship right off the bat, those soulmates. So sometimes it's a relief for someone who's been on the twin flame path forever, for the soulmate to come in. They're not like a good, tall drink, a nice, cool drink of water, Okay. So what's he really thinking and feeling about her right now? Aw. What? That's interesting. He may actually know of you. Huh. Wow. So it's like it is so weird how people figure out about each other. So weird. Yeah, he is your soulmate. And yes, he knows about you. He thinks you're very mature and compassionate and loving, which you are. He thinks you guys would be really happy and fulfilled together with the 10 of Cups. So you got 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups in his head. So he's thinking that. Or he could also be, if he didn't know you, then it could be that that's what he's after. That's what he's looking for. But you have the Queen of Cups next to the King of Cups. So that's him having found his match, or wanting to find his match and hold on to them. So he's been brokenhearted in the past, it looks like, with the Lovers and Three of Swords. And he's wanting to make sure that this time around, he wants to build a good foundation, like with somebody who's like-hearted, like-minded. And he wants, he wants to build it slowly and surely, and he wants it to be a strong foundation that can never fall. His overall energy is that he's manifesting being really stable financially, being really stable emotionally, like in every way, that he could almost give wise counsel. maybe even having learned from those mistakes with the lovers. So maybe he's going to specialize in love or relationships somehow, something like, something like that. And in the future, it looks like he's going to reach out to you. Maybe you reach out to him and this is him reaching out to you back. He's going to feel a little, it's just going to be like a little bit of toe in the water. It's going to feel a little bit like toe in the water, but he's going to do it. He's uncomfortable with it because he's been burned and stuff before, but it's like he's going to fight to do the right thing. He really wants to, and he has a hunch about you or feeling about you that you guys could very, very much be on the same page. So, yeah, he's going to have faith in the situation and he's going to communicate with you and he's going to be celebrating. He's going to be doing like a little happy dance when he gets to talk to you. So you got a good thing there. It's a very sweet, good thing. Your wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. You're going to be given back to finally. And isn't that going to be wonderful? Yay. Okay. You'll have to keep me apprised of that because that sounds interesting. All right. 4182. Oh, they just said to do a blissing for you. Sorry. Before moving on. Hashishina nate la ansanse she kilipum pum humon ana a halashishinke inatai sanse la she he pum pum ana hana tai he enke. All right. 4182. 4182. Hi, Amy. I hope you're having a great week. I'm wondering if I can get a mini med bed session for me in my DM, if it's okay with his higher self, to help heal any emotional trauma and be better at expressing his emotions. If it's not okay with his higher self, can you tell me about a past life he and I had together? Thanks for all that you do. Your light shines so bright, and I'm truly grateful for you. Yay. All right. You're welcome. Yeah, he said I can do it. Hala eke ends sasha shena a pit my own he sanse e lakshinche hala pimpima an. Yeah, I just got the childhood trauma card in my head. So he's also trying to heal childhood trauma. Somebody would do something to him and manipulate him when he would express his feelings before. So he's trying to overcome that. Like whenever he would tell his mom, for example, like, I'm really sad. Well, stop being sad and start being glad, or if he was saying he was really upset, or if he, like, whatever he would say, instead of validating him, he just got that he should change it. Or like some kind of manipulation came out of it. So the best thing that you can do for him is, no matter what he's feeling, do not try to talk him out of it. Just totally validate him and just be like, I get it. I understand. I might feel the same way too if I were in your shoes completely. Yeah. Okay. If I haven't said it yet or in a while, I love you. I could really use some consistent messages of love while I go through some tough stuff. Please hold my hand from a distance while I get over this hump. I'll explain later. So we don't necessarily need to know what it is that they're going through. We want to give them their privacy, but just send your love. Thank you, God, so much for supporting him in whichever way he needs right now. Thank you so much for helping him love himself. Thank you so much for helping him see the truth in all things. Because you never want to pray for someone, you guys, or send a blessing to somebody if you're not including their free will in it. So it's always in their best interest and for their better good to love themselves and to see the truth, right? But it's not always for their best good or whatever to date you right now or whatever it is. So always leave that in there. Just support them. Just only support them and don't think of yourself in it. That's the most selfless kind of love. I don't have an answer for you right now. I'm not sure what to say. So rather than say anything I'll regret, I'm staying clear of you until I figure this out. If I haven't, he's thinking of making love to you. If you haven't been with someone in a long time, you may want to get your body ready for a change. I'm afraid to let you down once you get to know me. I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm avoiding you. I have to overcome this and see myself as you see me before coming forward ready. So sometimes these guys get pretty intimidated when you give them compliments and tell them that they're wonderful or that you love them so much or that you are the bomb, whatever you say to them. If they feel like, oh my God, but if she knew this though, she wouldn't think I'm the bomb. If she knew that, or once she finds out that, or once, that they get insecure. So you don't want to not compliment them too, because you want to be, you want to be honest with all your feelings. So you're going to naturally tell him what you appreciate and love about him. But just keep in mind that that's something that they don't feel worthy. They don't feel worthy a lot of the times. And for you might go through the same thing of feeling like, oh, like he might be saying you're so beautiful and you don't think you are. You might be feeling the same way, like, oh my gosh, so it's always a great opportunity for both of you to learn to love yourselves more and take your healing deeper. So I feel like that's all he's doing, is he's taking his healing deeper. And he's trying to see himself the way you see him, which is a beautiful thing. And he should. We should all love ourselves as much as our counterpart loves us. So that's the objective too. Whatever that they think of this, I'm going to really embody that, and it's not that there's this pressure that they think you're a perfect person, but you're perfect for them in whichever quirky way, or even with all your flaws and all the history and all the pain and all the stuff that you've had to forgive or whatever. It's like you're still perfect for each other. Same person might walk in the room and not think that thing about you is a good characteristic. They might think it's a bad thing, but this person who's in love with you really does truly feel that way. And when you invalidate them, when you say, no, I'm not pretty, no, I'm not this, no, I'm not a good person, no, I'm not the bomb, whatever it is, when you do that, it hurts the other person's feelings, because they're like, but you're invalidating my experience, which is that you're perfect for me. And that I am really enjoying and loving and appreciating you in my experience. And that's all it is. It's all it is their perception of you. Nobody will ever really actually know you, period. That's another thing to kind of wrap your head around. Nobody's ever going to really know you. They're only thinking what they're thinking of you, and you can't get in their head. You may tell them all day long, I'm a really great cook. And in their mind, they don't think so. But you're saying it all the time, and you're convinced that you are, and that in your experience, you're a really great cook, and somebody else may be like, I don't think so, but they're never going to tell you that, maybe, or something like that. You know what I mean? So nobody's ever really going to know anybody ever, not as deep as you think, because everybody hides something somewhere along the line. You're not going to get the full entire picture, nor are we meant to, but we are meant to embrace and accept whatever we can, anytime that we can. So we all need to be like reaching for whatever we can love and accept about each other and ourselves, Okay. 4183. Hi, Amy. I hope you're doing well. I finally visited some apartments. There was one I really liked, and I still don't have an answer 2 weeks later. Oh, okay. Hopefully I will get it. But when I asked my guides about this apartment, their answer was it's temporary or temporarily. I want to know why, or is there something I'm missing? It's located southeast of the town that I'm going to. Any info or advice regarding my situation to this, making this new move would be appreciated. Thank you so much. Big hug to you and the kitties. All right. I think, okay. So this place that's taking 2 weeks? Are they going to get back to her? Yes. Are they actually going to want her to move in? Yes. What's the holdup? They have a little trepidation about the distance. I guess you could say that you might be like they really want to have somebody who's already like established there. So that's been part of the thing. But I feel like if you were to call them again, I don't know how many times you've called them or whatever, but if you were to call them again and really express your heart and just say, I really would really love to be there. I love the area. Tell them whatever you can to help them feel that you're going to be there for a long time and you're very committed to it. And, whatever you want to tell them or can tell them about that you just really want to be there for the long term. Then I feel like that's going to be what they need. Or you could write it to them or, whatever you think. I do feel you're going to get it. Let's ask some tarot cards. Is she going to get it? And when I asked, if it's this a temporary situation, I got to know. So then that's when I had to feel into. So I was like, we talking about the place that she's about to get? Or are we talking about, is she going to go to a different place? So that's why I had to go, what is this? So this place that she's thinking about that's taken a couple of weeks, is she going to be there for a while? Yeah. So it is more permanent. Yeah. It's as permanent as you want it to be. It's going to be in your hands. Okay. So is she going to get this place? You have to have the strength to get past and transform your fears about it. And then you're going to have a brand new beginning and a yes. Once you get in your power. So it's like you're holding yourself back with your fears. So you got to start affirming. Thank you guys so much that went so great, that they had, that they gave me a shot, and I'm so excited to get started on this new life. And something about people pleasing and hiding something. Do they trust her? Yeah, they do actually. So figuring out a way of coming out of hiding. Maybe you just need to be more confident when you talk to them. Just be more like, yeah. Okay. So don't be like all, oh, can I please come there? It needs to feel like, hey, I'd really love to be there. I'm so excited about this. Like there needs to be like some confidence in your voice, because otherwise it's like maybe you're coming off as a little bit too weak or I don't know, like weak, is that the way? Yeah, like not strong. They need to feel like you're strong for some reason. Like, yeah, like that you've got nothing to hide and it's all out there in the open and you're not being meek. It might be another word that might suit this. I don't know. Just sound and be strong and confident and positive. And start affirming things until you get there. Start affirming, like, thank you, God, that went so much better than I thought. Oh, thank you so much that they believed in me. Thank you so much. I got the place. I love this place. It's so beautiful. And I love finally being where I wanted to be. And oh my gosh, I'm just so relieved. Start affirming all of that. Oh, and the place that lined up for me. And then the workplace that lined up for me. And it's just been so magical how everything's been lining up for me so beautifully and perfectly. Just be affirming all that. And it'll be so. Okay, so I am going to do a general blessing for everybody right now. So just drop your shoulders. Oh, mama. Shishena tatai-san, say la kirena tai-san. As long as it's within everybody's free will and for the better good of everybody involved, it will be amplified. Tatansa se shishena tataike na hapoma haha ana aike hela sanse shiheen hapo homa ana ake ens chiche ela ake hela hana apoma ha la kene na te tainsa se shishi hela poma ana aike. I feel like Drawing a couple more cards. Again, it may seem lonely at the top, but is the drama worth your peace? The kingdom of God is within you. You can have heaven on earth, but you must leave everything to truly have it all. We dare you to ask us to show you just how much you're loved. Brace yourselves if you pray that prayer. You're getting squeezed out of your comfort zone to spread your wings and fly. Throw your inhibitions out the window and just go. Ask yourself which perspective or option feels good or gives you relief. Choose that one. You have nothing to fear but those thoughts you're entertaining. Start using your mind to create what's possible instead. You're in this to inspire and be an example. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Take your time making this decision. You'll know when it's time to take action, and don't worry, you won't miss the window. Pray for an epiphany so you can gain valuable, beneficial insights, and pray that it be made obvious. Love and appreciate you, your body, and your circumstances just as they are. Change comes through radical acceptance. All right. Have a beautiful week. Again, if you want to order a question, just go to amysatori.com/ask Amy. And you will get all the instructions there if you want to share an inspiring story that would help people feel more at peace and at ease about going through all these changes and what we've been going through these past few years. Then you can go to amysatori.com/story. And you can read about that in there. Please read that completely before submitting your information. And I will be happy to interview you for your story. Okay, guys, have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.